Welcome back, everyone. This is Vegans Who Live podcast, where we talk about movies. Got Brooke Sellers, a.k.a. Miss Meatless Muscle, and myself, John Thomas, a.k.a. the Bodybuilding Vegan. And today, we're going to talk about movies, and then we'll talk about the actual thing. So, yeah, back to the movie talk. All right, so I don't even remember the name of that one, that super long one with some big-name actors. Allie and I have just been turning off movies lately. Like, I actually love it. Like, we tried to watch a while back the new Roadhouse movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. And like, spoiler alert, at the point where the crocodile in the Florida Keys jumped out of the water and ate the bad dude out of the boat, I looked at her. I was like, I can't. And she's like, good, I can't either. We just turned it off. We paid for the Joker Part 2. Paid. Normally, there's that sunk cost thing. Like, I paid to do this. I might as well stick. It felt like the longest movie ever. And then we were like a little past halfway. And I looked and I was like, there's another 40 minutes. Do you want to turn this off? And she's like, oh my gosh, yes. So we didn't finish it. Supposedly the ending is nuts. I talked to my brother about it. But yeah, I loved the first one.
I loved the first one. And I love Gaga. I love Joaquin. I was really excited for this movie, but I held off. Because I've seen the reviews are terrible. So I felt like, all right, let me not go to the theater and see it. I'll just wait till it is streaming. Yeah, that's disappointing. Was it even from like, because I've heard some people say, well, if you're not looking at it like a comic book movie, it's actually kind of artistic and really well done. I mean, from that perspective, is it kind of good?
I went into this desperately wanting to like it, assuming that it had just been reviewed unfairly, or the first one was so good that the second could never live up to it. Dude, I turned it off. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, cinematically, I guess not bad. Joaquin and Gaga, great actors and actresses. Like, I think they nailed their roles, but the story was just, it was uncapped. Like, I do not consider myself to be a great writer, but I think I could have written something more entertaining. In fact, based on what I post on Instagram and YouTube, I know I could have written something more entertaining. The first movie was great. And it wasn't like, I think some people missed the mark and they like fell in love with the Joker character and like, oh, he's so cool. But no, like, the Joker is what happens when we fail as a society to protect people and to protect mental health. Like, that's why we have so many mental health talks on here. You don't want to be the Joker. The Joker's not a good guy. He's kind of a victim, but also nuts. And yeah, this just, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. If you haven't watched it, I would just live in the world of uncertainty. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. And to jump into one more real quick, we tried Indiana Jones, like the newest one, where he's stupid old. And it obviously wasn't like the old ones, but it was just so overdone. Like, that's kind of where movies go. Like, I enjoyed the first couple Fast and Furious movies because they weren't like so crazy. But then by like the 10th one, they're just like jumping out of airplanes and shit. It's kind of like, whoa, how did we get here? But what else have you guys been watching? You and Steve.
I can't think of any other new movies we watched. We watched Goodfellas last night, actually, because after being really disappointed in that newer Italian mob film, I was like, all right, let's just watch the classic. Because I love those kind of movies, like The Sopranos and like all of those. I think they're awesome. That one was just so disappointing. We've already started our Christmas movies. So Christmas in Connecticut, we watched that, but that's like one that we know we love. So like, what happens is we'll go maybe like 2 or 3 nights and just pick a movie that like we can't get through. And so then we're like, all right, let's just watch one we've watched 100 times and we know we like. So that's pretty much where we're at now. I'm like, all right, no more guessing, because I'm the kind of person, like, I like to watch stuff that's new that I haven't seen before, so I don't know what to expect. I mean, I'll rewatch movies, but every now and again I just like something new and different. But just everything has been a flop lately. Interestingly enough, I saw I don't know if you want to call it an interview, but I guess Matt Damon, I think he was on that Hot Wings, thing that they do. And he was talking about how they don't really make movies like they used to anymore, especially after the streaming came out. He was talking about how they could afford bigger budgets for movies because if you didn't quite make what you made at the box office, you still had the DVDs that came out. And so you would basically like be starting all over again. It would be like releasing a movie at the theater when the DVD came out. And so if you didn't make all your money at the box office, you would get it back from the DVDs. But he said now with streaming, it's not like that anymore. So they just don't make movies how they used to because there's so much risk involved. You may or may not make your money back, which I thought was really interesting because I've been saying that forever. I've been saying for so long. I felt like it was since the pandemic, especially, movies have just not been the same as they used to. And so when he explained that, and him being in the industry and really like sharing his knowledge, I was like, makes sense. Movies suck now.
That does make sense. He's a good actor too. I thought you were going to say maybe he was vegan, but I don't think so. Not yet. Pre-vegan. Yeah, that was another thing about the Joker. Allie's like, oh, we waited too long. I wanted to see it in the theater because it's like not even in the theater near us. And I was like, it's not been out that long. She's like, yeah, it's been out a long time. I'm like, it came out in October. That's a sign. If it's already streaming less than a month after it's been on the big screen, it's probably not good. What I do want to see, I want to see The Wild Robot. I've heard really good things. It's a kids movie, but I've heard you'll cry. It looks good. It's got good reviews. What else did we watch? Oh, what we did see since Joker wasn't in the theater, we saw a movie called Conclave. We heard of it? It's about this fictional story about one of the popes passes away, and then they have to. Oh. Interesting because like it came out around the time of the election, and I was like, this whole movie is about an election of the pope. But it's basically, do they want to go a more progressive route, women's rights, less racism, or do they want to stick more in the Catholic roots of? And I'm not trying to be offensive to Catholic people, but just where the church was 50 to 60 years ago. Let's be real here. I'm just real all the time, whatever. But the ending of that movie will upset a lot of people. So that's all I'll say. If you were very by the prior books Catholic, you may not enjoy the end of the movie, but I thought it was progressive. So I liked it.
Interesting. We went and saw the last Venom movie, The Last Dance.
How was that?
I was a little disappointed in it, to be honest. I don't want to give. I don't want to give away any spoilers. Do you want a spoiler?
I'll give a spoiler away. I saw it on Reddit.
Okay.
It was in the vegan subreddit, and I guess he like stumbled upon like a dog farm or something, or like a dog fighting. He's like, I won't stand for this, but then he eats a steak or something later. Like I'm sure he's not vegan, so it's like. Really now, but yeah, they're
that
basically
part was cool. Yeah, he goes in and he basically eats all these guys who are running a dog fighting ring, and then he sets all the dogs free, which is awesome. But for one, there wasn't a lot of Venom in it. It was mostly Tom Hardy the whole movie because there's this like alien who, when he fully transforms into Venom, the alien can track him down. So like you really hardly see Venom in the movie, and I love Venom. So I was like, I love Tom Hardy too. I mean, don't get me wrong. That is definitely my celebrity crush. I love Tom Hardy, but I really wanted more Venom in the movie, honestly. And I was disappointed in the ending. The ending killed it for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Conclave was the opposite. The whole movie, you're like, what is this building up to? And then the ending's like, oh shit. Probably about half the audience was like, that's great. And the other half was like, this sucks. But poor Tom Hardy, he's probably over in the UK listening to the Vegans to Live podcast. And he's like, damn, I really like Brooke, but she doesn't want to even see me in this movie. She just wants to see Venom. Yeah, I think gosh. Is that the third one or the second one?
It's the third one. So, and it's the last one. It's the last movie because, okay, I'll just say it. Spoiler alert, Venom is gone. Venom's gone after this.
But is he really?
I know. Is he really? So I was like kind of disappointing. And it's like this whole montage at the end. Like he has this like sentimental moment, like thinking about Venom and he misses him. And, it's kind of corny. But yeah, I was like, man, I feel like we could have used a little more Venom.
Now, there's all these multi-universe movies. Is this is not Marvel, right? Is this Disney or the same as Spider-Man, or how does that work?
It is Marvel. It's just, yeah, it's like a different. It's part of the multiverse, but it is Marvel. So it's, you have DC and then you have Marvel. So Venom falls under the Marvel category.
So he could run into Iron Man.
I'm not sure in this multiverse. I'm not sure if they're in the same universe. They don't make any references at all to the Avengers, any of them whatsoever, or X-Men or Fantastic Four, or any of them. So I think it's just own standalone.
What about Deadpool? Okay, yeah, it is. Sean jumped in. It's owned by Sony, not Disney. All right, I misspoke. Not Disney. So Sony owns all of Marvel, Sean? Is that correct?
I know Disney owns Marvel.
Oh, Disney owns Marvel. Oh. There's too much. It's crazy, all this intellectual property that these companies own and like have so much money like that they could change the freaking world. Sony owns the Spider-Man characters, but didn't we have Spider-Man in the Avengers? And yes. I'm sure Sean's gonna they co-own it. Oh yeah. Man, this is a lot. This is too much for me to. This is why I don't watch all these movies. Like I've watched most of the Avenger movies, but not all of them.
It's a lot.
I don't know how you imagine if like you were born now. Like how do you get caught up with all that?
Oh God,
that's just so much. I guess when I was a kid, I would just watch the same movie over and over on VCR. But like I guess now you could watch multiple movies instead of the same one over and over. Anyways, we are 12 minutes in, and all we've done is talk about movies. But hey, it's our podcast. We can do what we want. Do we want? It's been a minute. Do we want to do wins of the week before we talk? We're going to talk about, guys. We'll get to it soon. We have vegan fitness themed holiday gifts. So if you are a vegan and you have fitness needs, listen, find out. You might find something you want on your wish list. And if you know a vegan that lifts, you could send them this, and then they can add to their wish list, and you can go buy it for them. Anyways, wins of the week.
Win of the week. Okay, you go first because I have to think of mine.
Man, my weeks have just strung together, dude. Like I was with Allie for a little bit while she was recovering from a self-induced thing. God, that sounds horrible. I can't say what it is, but it's not really a big deal. She's fine. But I was just hanging out at her house for a little bit, so I got a little bit of a break, and I've been back here since Monday, and it's like Thursday today, and like I didn't know it was Thursday. Like it's just the days are stringing together. I'm working nonstop around the clock. I can't even talk. And I'm supposed to talk about my win. What was a win? What was a big win this week? Oof.
I love how we have to really think about our wins. I know. I'm like, trying to rack my brain. I don't know. I hit my goal weight. I guess that would be my win.
Yeah. What was that?
165.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
How you feel?
Really good. Really good. I'm pretty much past all my gut stuff, all my hormone stuff. My parasite's gone. I was talking to Sean yesterday. We had our meeting, and I was telling him how crazy it is, the night and day difference between how I felt having that parasite and then now. Yeah. It's insane. I widely underestimated how much it was impacting me. And I even remember thinking, like, when David pulled me out of prep, basically, he was like, we got to take care of this parasite. I'm like, really? What, like, how much could this parasite really impact my prep and like my life? I mean, it seems negligible, but holy crap, it's crazy. So yeah, I hit 165, which this is kind of like my happy weight, like easy to maintain weight. I'm 3 weeks out from my vacation in December, so I'd like to get a little bit more off. I want to be a little bit more shredded on the beach, but regardless, I'm happy. Like this is exactly where I wanted to be, and I'm only like 15-ish pounds from stage weight now, so prep will be really smooth.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh. I'm so happy to hear this. I know that for a long time I was like, it's gonna happen. Brooke is gonna feel better, but it took a while to get you there.
Yeah.
Sometimes even with all the knowledge, there's still new things to figure out, and it's not like you're alone. You have a pretty good team behind you too. Sometimes, I mean, the human body is just not as simple as a car. You know, it's quite complex. I don't know, man. I feel like I have like a million small wins. And so those, yeah, fuck it. I'll share a few. I'm officially brought on with veg. So what's up, everybody?
That's a great win. Yeah.
That's a big win. That's been in the works for a bit. I still love True Nutrition. They make great products. No hate on them, but what I love about veg is their mission. I talked to Nimai myself personally, and I asked him what he's about, and he kind of the same as me. Like coaching is his full-time gig. He created veg to try and make being vegan and having vegan products more fun and build a community. I know you've been with him for years. So it feels really in alignment with what I want to do. So I'm really grateful to be a part of this and to go out to their event next year in LA. Sling some protein, y'all. Code BodybuildingVegan at veg, or you can support Brooke. She has her code too. What is it, Meatless Muscle or
Miss Meatless?
Miss Meatless. There you go. You can support one of us or both of us, however you want to do it. What else? Allie and I hit 9 months. I made a funny post. I'm like, we're expecting not to have a baby because we can't. But if we were going to have a baby, it'd be about now because I met you 9 months ago. I think I'm funny. She approved after I posted. She approved posting. But yeah, we're not having a kid, but we are together 9 months. And let's see if she breaks the curse. I've had 7 relationships go over a year and under 2. This could be the one. We'll see.
I think this is the one.
I you know what? I was going to say I hope so, but I take that back. I don't hope so. I know this will be what it's meant to be. And if this is the one, I'm not complaining. She's a pretty rock star partner. And if it's not the one, I'd say it's more than likely on my end. We didn't even see each other for our 9 months. I haven't seen her since Monday, and it's Thursday. I'm leaving for Fort Lauderdale on Friday. I'll be there all day Saturday and Sunday and driving back Monday. And then I don't think I'll see her again until Friday. Like, my life is just a million miles an hour, and she respects that and understands that I have some pretty freaking big goals. And it does, I think, sometimes impact the relationship. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if there was something better for her, I would immediately encourage her to go after that. However, I'm also working really hard to be that something better. We'll see. Time tells. I've known before that what I wanted most in the world at that moment was not what I needed or what I really wanted. But this, I will say this, 9 months of the most healthy relationship I've been in that has made me a much better human. And I'm grateful for every minute of it. So it's not easy. She's not easy to be with. She sets such a high standard that I'm always feeling like I got to try and do a little better. But that's what I want. If this gets easy, I'm out. Anyways, yeah, I'll keep those as my 2 wins. I've had a lot of other cool stuff happen with like YouTube and training and other things, but anyways, it's not the 15,000 wins of the week. It's 2. All right. Everybody's like, well, you shut up, John. I want to hear what Brooke is getting for Christmas, vegan fitness themed. So
yeah,
you have a whole
fitness
list.
Guide.
I'm going off the top of my head, so you can go first since you have a list.
I think maybe we just go by like, I don't know. I guess we could try to do like categories. I was just going to throw out like fitness gear.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's something really good. And even to ask for yourself. I mean, any of this stuff you guys could put on your own Christmas list too. But I think there's so many good little fitness things, equipment that you can buy just off Amazon. I would say for me, number 1, walking pad. I know you have to agree with me on that. That has just been such a game changer for me. And I put all of my clients onto it because I have so many people who struggle to get their steps in every day. And having that walking pad just makes it so easy, no excuse, especially with it getting darker out now earlier and it's colder. You know, there's so many excuses. Oh, I can't walk outside. It's too cold, whatever. Now you have no excuse. You have a walking pad in your house. It's cheaper than an actual treadmill. They're only like $150. That's like how much I spend on groceries sometimes. So it's a really no bullshit, easy way to get your steps in. So either get one for yourself or put it on your Christmas list or get it for somebody you know needs it.
For someone that says, I don't have time to get steps, show me your screen time. If you have anything on Netflix, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and you weren't walking during it. Now, another reason to advocate for the walking pad. Sometimes I like to walk outside. I was doing that yesterday, and I stubbed the ever-living fuck out of my toe. I took a 10-minute mindful walk because I've hired Allie as my life coach, and she's like, you're going to go take a mindfulness walk once a week where there's no phones. I mean, it was in my pocket, but I wasn't using it, so I was using my senses, and I was walking great. I hit the 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, time to get back to working on clients, and then boom, stubbed my toe. And it was almost like, universe, I see you. But I mean, clients needed to be replied to. But yeah, no, it's safer to have a walking pad. I have two. I have an incline one and a flat one. 150 for one and like 300 for the other. I like the incline one because I can be lazier. I don't have to go to the gym in the morning. I can get my morning cardio done in my underwear with my tennis shoes on an incline, and my heart rate's still like 120, 130. And I got Wi-Fi and like I'm working. So yeah, walking pad. That's like big ticket item. Like if you're a boyfriend and you're in the doghouse, I don't know if getting your girlfriend a walking pad is a good idea or not. She might hate you for it. But yeah, I love walking pads. Because like, again, back to no excuses. Sometimes it rains. Sometimes it's hot as fuck outside. Walking pad beats all that. I got a fan on mine. I don't even sweat when I use it. Like it's so nice to live in the 21st century.
I know, seriously.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, you throw one out.
All right, then I'm going to kind of throw us in the category of exercise equipment per se. I just had a client ask if he can use straps on his back day, on his training day. And I said, if you have them, hell yes. We're bodybuilders. We're not strongmen or power lifters that need to have insane grip strength. So lifting straps, $15-20 on Amazon. I like the figure 8 ones myself. My own company used to carry them. I don't think we have them listed anymore, but I've used those every day for like the last 5 years. All they do is I'm going to go train back today, and like I'm going to lift more than if I didn't have them. So yeah, if you're on a budget and your partner doesn't have lifting straps, that's a good idea, I think.
Yeah, I didn't even think about anything like that, but any sort of like gym accessory like that would be good, like straps, or I mean, like I'm not a huge fan of gloves, but I know some people really like gloves. So, you know, that can be really helpful for some people. I guess if you're beginning and, you know, it's affecting your lifts, they can be good. Yeah, I'm all
nasty calluses.
I'm team calluses all the way. To me, they impact my performance. Like they just get in the way and they annoy the shit out of me my whole workout. Like I could not do the gloves. You know?
And that's why it's everybody's an individual. You should, you know, if gloves make you feel comfortable or confident or sexy or whatever, then fuck it, wear some gloves. Just make sure they're vegan. But
yeah. Or even like you know, I don't even know, like knee sleeves or I don't know, anything. Like if you need something like that, that could be a good gift for somebody, you know, does a lot of heavy lifting and things like that. I was also going to say resistance band sets are really affordable on Amazon. I have all of my clients who do home workouts get those resistance band sets, and specifically the ones that like hook to a door. You know, they have like the little door stopper in them, because you could do so much more with that. Like you can do like lat pull downs and, you know, like rows and stuff that's a little bit more difficult if you just have like the long bands and you kind of have to like wrap it around your foot and it's kind of awkward. Those resistance band sets are great, and they are very effective. That's what I used during the pandemic when everything was closed and we were shut down. Is I just used those resistance bands and got a great workout in, and I've had so many clients get really good results with those. So, and again, super cheap. I once had somebody complain that they were like $40, you know, and I don't know. I feel like, you know, you'll invest in what's important to you. But to me, I think that's a steal. I mean, you compare that to like dumbbells, and some people pay $40 a month for a gym membership. So you pay for this one time. I feel like it's totally worth that, you know, and you could probably even find them cheaper, but I don't know. You got to be kind of careful, because I think the cheaper that you go with resistance bands, the cheaper the bands might be, and you don't want them to snap and break.
Yeah. And bands, they last. I know this because I used to manufacture them. They last for about 2 years if you don't let them get too hot. So if you have like an outdoor gym, It's always humid and hot. That's not great for them. If you leave them in your trunk, especially in Florida, that's not great for them. They last a couple years, but I agree. $40. Like if you told me you only have $50, go buy some shit and work out. Probably resistance bands would be what I put all that money into. I mean, the other thing in that price range would be like a pull-up bar that you could stick in your door jamb. That's another good option.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Be careful not to break your doors. I did a lot of pull-ups at home during COVID. And banded workouts. I mean, those are the main two things that I had access to. The cool thing about bands is you can take them when you travel. I've done airport workouts with bands before. And you can use them a lot in the gym as well. Like there's a lot of applications in the gym. So yeah, I love bands.
Me too.
I kind of threw out pull-up bar. I would say for the knee sleeves and stuff like that, you got to be very specific on sizing. Yeah. So that might be a better wish list for yourself. If you know your size, it might be hard to guess your partner's size. As far as like functional, I mean, maybe like a gym bag. I don't know. Maybe some people need
a gym bag. Yeah, gym bag. You could do like one of those nice like water bottles, or like a gallon. Those nice gallon jugs on Amazon.
I have in my Amazon store front that you can find in my link tree. I have the half-gallon blender bottle one. I feel like that's a for me at least, a good size, because that's like a gallon is a lot to carry around.
It's a lot, yeah. I used to carry around my gallon jug, and like literally people would always make fun of me at the gym, and I would have these old guys, they don't understand, and they'd come up to me, they're like, "You drink all that water? Oh my God." I'm like, well, not in my workout like all day, but yeah, it's a little too much. So I'm with you. I do the half gallon is what I like travel around with because it's just so much easier.
Yeah. And then for me, it's easy to like, I like the gallon because it's hard to forget. It's 1 gallon. Like, you've drank your gallon once you finish it. With the half gallon, you just fill it up twice.
Yeah.
I also like that it's got that wide mouth. So like you can pour, like I've been using the veggies, organic greens. And so I'll usually mix that up in the morning. So I have something cold and flavored to sip on through the first half of the day or so. Yeah, no, the blender bottle ones, I endorse those because I've used them for over a decade, and a lot of people don't know this, but as long as it's the official blender bottle company, if you break the bottle or the lid, it's got a lifetime warranty. You just go on like blenderbottle.com, check the warranty page, and then send them a photo, and they send you one in the mail. So it's like buy it for life unless you lose it. You're covered. That's about all I can think of for equipment or gym wise. I'll say this: it's not exact. Well, you could get a lifting themed shirt. I got my bodybuilding vegan ones. Brooke has the Miss Meatless Muscle ones, or like the vegans, or
definitely apparel. Gym clothes. I always ask for gym clothes for Christmas. Always.
Yeah. I like the vegan themed ones because then you find more friends, or you start a lot of conversations. I did have somebody tell me to go carnivore when he saw me wearing the vegan shirt, and I was like, okay, no. Kind of a little too late with the head tattoo, dude. He's like, nah, in 4 months it cured every disease I had. I'm just like, well, we'll see how this goes. All right, moving on. What's another? Okay, I'll throw us in another category that I think we could have a lot of things. It's not exactly like equipment, but trackers. So I use a Fitbit. You use Apple Watch?
Apple Watch.
Either way, it counts your steps, your heart rate, your sleep. It gives you an idea of where you're at if you didn't already. Well, usually you won't know unless you're tracking. So that's good.
That was great. I would also recommend an Oura Ring. I have one, and I absolutely love this thing because my Apple Watch, I have to charge it at night, so I can't track my sleep because the battery sucks. So I use the Oura Ring for my sleep, and it also tracks your menstrual cycle pretty accurately as well by your body temperature, so it's pretty spot on, and it gives me a lot of really good data. It's pretty crazy. Now there's a new one that came out that's really expensive. Mine was, I think, like $300 or something like that. Steve got me this for Christmas one year, actually. So this would be a really great Christmas gift as well. I totally love mine. Like, even Well, I have asthma and I smoke a ton of weed, but my ring started telling me that I was having breathing disturbances while I sleep. And then I decided, okay, I need to really cut back. Like, this is important because I'm like, okay, I don't want this to impact me long term or have COPD or something like that down the road. So just things like that like are really eye-opening, and it'll like track your heart rate trends, basically all the same stuff an Apple Watch does, but it is kind of like a little bit more in depth. So I really like it. I think it would be a good gift.
I have a Fitbit, so luckily it tracks my sleep overnight, but probably not as accurate as the Oura Ring. That's interesting. Have you noticed an improvement since smoking less? Or have you been
uh
smoking less?
well, I haven't really been engaging in my healthy sleep habits, to be honest. I mean, I've been going to bed late. Like I really need to like actually try to have like good sleep, like not eating before bed, like not watching a scary movie before bed, like reducing my screen time, and then like actually seeing if it improves, cuz I feel like, right now it could be anything that I'm doing
Yeah,
that's playing a role. So I feel like I need to give myself like a solid week of getting into my good sleep routine.
I hear you. I hear you. We will give an update next week.
Yes, give an update next week. Oh, and a food scale would be great.
Yes. Yeah. If you don't have a food scale, they're not that expensive, like $15 on Amazon. A good body weight scale. I don't
Yeah.
trust the ones that, try to tell you your body fat percentage or anything like that, but
No. Yeah.
just a basic body weight scale so you can kind of have an idea of where you're going. I tell people all the time, like, do not let the scale ruin your life, because it's more about how you look and how you feel than what you weigh, but it does at least give you trends.
Yeah, don't get too caught up in those numbers, because I have one of those scales too, and it told me on my show day I had like 18% body fat when I literally had done a DEXA scan 2 weeks prior and I was 12%. So by show day I was probably more like 10 or 8. So like, yeah, you can't, it's just basically a guesstimate. But you know what else would be a cool gift is a DEXA scan. My mom actually got me a
Ah,
DEXA scan for Christmas, and it was the first time I had ever done one. And when I did it, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool!" And I've been doing it ever since she gave me that gift. So that would be really cool. And usually, I don't know, is Groupon still around? I don't know if Groupon is still around, but usually they have
yeah,
Groupons for those things.
there you go. That's probably another good one to ask to get instead of buying for someone, unless you're really sure that they want one. Um, but yeah, no, that's a good one. I've actually never done one myself.
They're
If I
cool.
ever compete, I plan to compete again, but we'll see if it happens or not. If I get back in that mindset, I'll probably do like end of my bulk and all the way into the show. Like maybe get a few of them done just to have the reference points. Food scale, weight scale. Those are all good ideas. I don't know. I don't know if I have any other equipment stuff. Not exactly equipment, or oh wait, we were doing trackers. Sorry. I don't know. What do you use to track your macros? Do you use MyFitnessPal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the premium version of that, but it's because I use it every day.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Um, that's
Here's
about all I
a
got for trackers.
I was also thinking a good category would be like appliances, like kitchenware kind of things. I
I
mean,
bet you're gonna say the creamy.
oh, definitely the Ninja Creamy. Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Even though it's cold right now, so I haven't really been using it a lot, but all the Ninja products are really good. I've been seeing one, so this is what I want for Christmas. I've been seeing this new thing advertised, and it's like a soda machine basically, but you can make like low calorie drinks
Mm.
and sodas, and it's basically, man, I forget what that other product was called. But anyways, you make your own, so it doesn't have like all the bullshit, like the diet sodas
Yeah.
have at the store. So it's just a much healthier alternative. So that's what I want for Christmas. But they also have a slushy machine that my friend bought, and she's been making like all these low calorie slushies and sending them to me. Really all the Ninja products, you can't go wrong with them.
That sounds good. Both of those sound good. I actually haven't gotten to play with it because I left it at Allie's, but your own milk maker.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think it holds like a half a gallon. It takes like 10 minutes. You can add oats or almonds. And like, I was a little skeptical if it was going to be good or not. So I just like made some coffee on my way home. And I'm sitting there drinking the coffee. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. Like, it's better than like soy milk that I've been using. We made oat milk. And it's like, it's so good in a number of ways because I think it was like $80 on Amazon. I
Not
pay
bad.
like $3 for a half a gallon of soy milk or oat milk. This thing is basically free. Like you put in 10 cents worth of oats and you get a half gallon. And you can control what you want. You could add some stevia. You could add some pea protein if you want to make it like a protein oat milk. You can make it whenever you want. So you never have to go back to the store because you forgot your milk. You also, for the environment, you don't throw out like me. Like I go through those half gallons every 2-3 days usually. So I could just reuse the same container. It'll save money. I don't have to carry in all these gallons of milk. Vegan milk, guys.
Very cool.
Like I think it's a great gift. I've actually bought one for somebody else. So
that would be cool. That would be a cool gift.
Yeah. It's just everything I'm about.
So I'll add to that list of appliances. If it's 2024 and you don't have a freaking air fryer already, get an air fryer. Ask somebody for an air fryer.
Yeah.
All vegans need air fryers.
And don't use it as much as I should, but like there's so many things you can make in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tofu is just gold in an air fryer. It's like just so much better. Oh my gosh. And I would say an Instant Pot, crock pot, if you don't have something like that, that could be a good gift too. And those are relatively inexpensive. I think you can get them for like $50-$60. So that's kind of a good gift. Try to think of any other appliances or kitchen. Maybe a tofu press.
You know what? If you got the room for it, I'm going to throw this out there. 2 microwaves. 2, not 1. Because there are so many times where I'm like, ooh, I want to heat this meal up. And, oh, I want to make some tea. Oh, shoot. Now I got to pick, what do I want more? Or I got all my stuff ready in the bowl. It's nice. It's pretty. It's ready to go in and get cooked. And then Allie swoops in to reheat her drink. And I'm like, dang it. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
I got 2 microwaves. So I have 2 microwaves. This happened a few years back. I went to heat up food that had to be microwaved. It was like frozen solid or something. And the microwave broke. And that was like the last meal I had prepared. And my only way to rectify this was to literally drive to Walmart and buy another microwave, drive home and make my food. And I'm like, never again. There will be 2 microwaves wherever I live for as long as I live. And so I'm literally looking at 2 microwaves right now.
Yeah, me and Steve battle over the microwave every day because I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but I got an air fryer that's also a microwave. So it's like a 2-in-1 thing. For some reason, I thought that would be a great idea, but it's a terrible idea because I want to microwave my food and he wants to air fry his food for 30 minutes. And then I got to wait 30 minutes for his vegan chicken tenders before I can microwave my cream of rice for 2 minutes. So I'm always like, okay, what are you making? Because I need it for like 2 minutes and then you can have it for your 30-45-minute chicken nuggets.
2 microwaves, saving relationships everywhere.
Literally.
I know what I'm getting you now.
Seriously, yeah.
In your room. Okay.
Or a waffle maker would be good too if you make protein waffles.
Yep. Oh, that reminds me. I need to make protein pancakes. Haven't done that in a long time. It's so easy. It's just protein oatmeal, but you blend it and you make pancakes. What else?
What about food? I mean, you could get like a big bag of nutritional. I get a giant bucket of nutritional yeast off Amazon. I'd be happy if somebody gave me that.
I order 5-pound bags from restaurant supply stores. Yeah, Nooch is great. A 10-pound bag of TVP would take your bodybuilding bulking vegan friend far. spices and stuff like that, like some fun
Oh
spices. My family
yes.
usually gets me like hot sauces for Christmas because they usually are low
Oh
calorie and you
yeah.
can add them to anything.
Yeah, I love hot. Yeah, usually I know one year I bought one for Steve. This is when we first started dating, and it's like kind of, you're in that phase where you just like everything that the other person likes, and he told me he likes spicy food because I like spicy food. So I bought him this like whole like thing of different hot sauces, and they would kind of start from mild to like really freaking hot. And then come to find out, he's like, "Yeah, I don't really like spicy food that much. I just said I did because you liked it." And I'm like, "Damn it! Well, you're certainly not gonna like this then."
That's too
But
funny.
it was a cute gift. So I ended up keeping it and used all of them. So you could definitely do that.
There you
A cookbook, vegan cookbook. Mine might be out by Christmas, so
go.
you guys can gift my cookbook. But there's lots of good ones out there. Natalie Matthews
Yeah.
has a great online ebook.
I have a fairly average one in my link tree.
There you go.
But the macros are good. So
That's all that matters. That's all we care about.
I'm literally looking around my house like, what else could I gift somebody?
The
maybe,
gift of health. You could gift someone online fitness coaching.
and where would we go to find that? Do we know anyone that does that? Anyone at all?
There's only 2 vegan coaches that I know.
Only they would announce themselves. Yeah, give some coaching. I'm trying to think. I've had people do that before. I've had people be interested and their significant other reaches out on their behalf and like, hey, so and so wants to work with you. I'm gonna cover it. Those are always cute and sweet.
Yeah.
I'd love to work with your significant other. That way they hate me instead of you when I tell them they can't eat as much food as they want. Speaking of, I was working with Allie up until very, very recently. She's taking a short break for this December month as she recovers from her thing. But it actually worked a lot better than I thought. I was kind of thinking that this could blow up in my face in a lot of ways, but nah, she just made a lot of progress. She's a great client. I mean, she
has made a lot of progress. I've seen her pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a bit of a genetic freak, dude. Like I don't want to discredit her progress or say I'm not a great freaking coach. Also to like be where she is with like under a year and a half of total training is kind of nuts. Like that's good luck, people. All right. Yeah. Besides hiring me or Brooke to be your coach for Christmas, please. Yeah. Make my Christmas special. What else? I think we've nailed some good. I mean, if you didn't get something from everything we just listed, then goodness gracious. I guess other fun stuff for the gym, like I'm gonna shout it out. Veg has a good pre-workout, and I'm not saying that just because I'm signed with them, but like I've used it for a while now, and it's a very, very solidly dosed pre-workout. I think all their things are stevia only. I will say this. I don't think that veg inherently has higher quality ingredients than True Nutrition per se. Like I think they're all both very high quality ingredients. However, my stomach has been feeling better. And I think it's because there's no artificial sweeteners.
Yeah. That's why I really love their products. Because when I went through all my gut issues, I really liked that protein powder. I don't know if you've ever tried it. It's called Planta. It's so good. It's so delicious, but it would always upset my stomach, always without fail. And so I ended up looking at the ingredients, and it had sucralose and a bunch of other different kind of artificial sweeteners. They had a blend in there, and I have no issues with veg, and all their products use stevia. So I really like it. I think that would be a great gift, a supplement stack for somebody, pre-workout, protein powder, creatine.
I'll put it this way. I'm sure Brooke would do the same. If you want to support us and use our code, but you're not quite sure what to get the person, send us a DM. I'll help you break down a little gift bag based on what they need. Be happy to do that for y'all. So, all right. So we've got a lot of talking about movies and then a little talking about Christmas gifts. Anything else for this one, Brooke? If you're balling, you could get somebody like AirPods or like Beats or something.
Oh yeah, you could do that. That's a good one.
Those aren't cheap. I would make sure the person actually really wants them. At least with the hot sauce, it probably wasn't a big cost comparatively.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. Man, yeah, maybe some shoes, some workout shoes, like some depending on what they do, whether they run or they do heavy lifting, getting them some good shoes. I always love shoes for Christmas.
What brands that are vegan do you like for shoes? Because I need some walking shoes.
So I really like Asics. They're mostly running shoes, but they're great for walking too. They have really good padding. Brooks, Brooks.
You would like Brooks.
Those are really nice shoes. They're not cheap, but they last you forever. And those are like walking shoes, great walking shoes.
I had some Brooks in the past. I might have to do that. Yeah. Okay.
Other than that, I can't for sure say if anything else is vegan or not. That's pretty much all I buy though. I love Asics. Like I just keep buying the same Asics just in different colors.
I used to wear Asics when I wrestled back, gosh, in 2011, 2010. No, 2008. Gosh, I'm old. Half my life ago, I used to wear Asics, but it was a wrestling style shoe. All right. I have run out of things to contribute that are meaningful to this podcast, but yeah, I think we did well. You want to?
I think this was good. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to the Vegans Who Live podcast. We will catch you guys next time. Have the best day ever.
Best day ever.